Hey guys, it's Miss Candace again. I hope you all are doing good. Are you ready for today's math lesson? Who remembers what we've been talking about? You're right, we've been talking about coins and money. And we talked about this one. Who remembers what it is? It's a penny, you're right. And it's worth 1 cent. Good job. So we count them by ones. Good. And then we talked about nickels. Good. And how much is a nickel worth? A nickel's worth 5 cents. Good job. So we count them by fives. Good. And then last week we talked about dimes. And dimes are worth 10 cents. So we count them by tens. Good. I hope you all have been practicing counting with all of these coins and counting by ones and counting by fives and counting by tens. Well, this week we're going to talk about our last coin. Today we're going to talk about our big coin. And which one do you think it is? It is, what is this? A quarter. This is a quarter. You see it? Does anybody know how much a quarter is worth? It's a bigger number, one that we don't normally count by. You're right. A quarter is worth 25 cents. Yeah, so we have to count them by 25s. And remember we talked about a while back how that was a little bit harder. So a lot of times we have to just know how we count quarters and how much they're worth. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm going to read you this little story all about coins, quarters. Good job. Here's our title, our table of contents. It tells us what's going to be in our book. Good. This is a quarter. This is the front. This is the back. A quarter is a coin worth 25 cents. And sometimes we see quarters look differently on the back. We have some state quarters that have different things on the back of it other than just our eagle. President George Washington is on the front of the quarter. He was the first president of the United States. We talked about him, about George Washington, and how he was our first president. President Washington was put on the quarter in 1932 to celebrate what would have been his 200th birthday. So in 1932, he would have been 200. So he would be a lot older now. When coins were first made in 1793, a quarter was made of silver. Today's quarters are made of metals called copper and nickel, just like the rest of our coins. Quarters are made at the United States Mint. Remember, that's the building where all the coins and money's made. How much is a quarter worth? Well, 1 quarter is worth 25 cents. 4 quarters make $1. So if you have 4 quarters, that's $1. 1, 2, 3, 4. $1. 1 quarter is the same as 5 nickels. So we could say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1 quarter. 1 quarter is 25 pennies. During the 1960s, a gallon of gas cost only 1 quarter. Sporting events like football games are often started with a coin toss of a quarter. Flip the coin in the air. Whether the coin lands on heads or tails decides who gets to play the ball first. So this would be a head, the head side. And this would be the tails. Heads, tails. Starting in 1999, quarters were made for each of the 50 states. Can you find a quarter with your state on the back? So here's the California quarter, the New York quarter, the Maine quarter, and the Tennessee quarter. Maybe you've seen some of those. Maybe you have some of those. Put your quarters and other coins in a piggy bank and watch how quickly your savings grow. So you save all those coins and you can turn them into dollars. So today we're going to practice with some quarters. And if you want to grab some quarters so you can practice with me. Now, if I have 1 quarter, how much is that worth? 25 cents. Good job. Now, here's the tricky one. What if you had 2 quarters? Now, we can't count by ones. We can't count by fives. We can't count by tens. These are worth 25 cents each. So does anybody know how much you would have if you had 2 quarters? You're close. 50 cents. 2 quarters is 50 cents. Now what if we had 3 quarters? It's a little bit harder, so let's think. 3 quarters. 25 plus 25 plus 25. 75 cents. 3 quarters is 75 cents. Now, the book told us this one. How much is 4 quarters? Anybody remember? 4 quarters makes $1. Good job. I hope you all practice counting with those quarters and nickels and dimes and pennies. And you can save them up and change them into money, and you'll be practicing them. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a great day.